We are finally going back to Mondstadt, and the Grandmaster himself is leading the charge with a kit that literally breaks the rules of combat. If you think you've seen everything Anemo can do, Varka is about to prove you wrong by dual-wielding elements you didn't even know he could touch. Hello everyone, today we are diving into the massive wave of information regarding Genshin Impact version 6.4. We have confirmation on the character lineup, including Varka, Flins, Escoffier, and Skirk. This is a monumental patch because we are not just getting one of the most anticipated characters in the history of the game, but we're also seeing a massive shift in how the Archon rerun cycle is being handled. Right now, the community is buzzing because version 6.4 is confirmed to not feature an Archon debut. This means the reruns for Raiden Shogun and Mavuika are still pending, creating a vacuum that Varka is more than happy to fill. But it's not just about the banners, it's about what Varka brings to your account. We have the full breakdown of his materials, his unique Hexerei mechanics, and exactly how many pulls you can expect to scrape together for this jam-packed update. But first, let's announce the winner of the previous video. The winner is Navaneeth Kasi. Congratulations. I hope the Welkin helps and that you win the 50-50 with Nouvellette. Remember, there's a Welkin Moon giveaway in every video. To participate, you just need to leave a comment with your UID, server, and your LD shop ID. If you haven't registered on the site yet, you can do it using my link in the description to get your ID. As for our monthly giveaway, just a reminder that we are now doing 2 packs of 3,280 Genesis crystals instead of the single large one. That way we get more winners. This monthly giveaway is specifically for those who register with my link and make any purchase. Even just a single Welkin Moon counts to get you in. It's also the perfect chance to use that double bonus reset if you haven't yet. The winners will be announced in the first few days of February. Want to get more out of your Genshin top-ups? You need to check out LD Shop. It's a platform developed by the LD Player Group where you can save up to 30% compared to in-game prices. It's 100% safe and reliable. All you need is your UID and server. No passwords required. Plus, if you register using my link, you'll get 2 exclusive coupons, 15% and 5% off. You can save up to $30. Check this out. The standard $100 pack is only $73 here, and you can even grab the Welkin for under $4. The double bonus reset works here too, so you'll get double crystals on your first top-up. And get this, if you spend over $80 in a month, you can claim a free Welkin Moon on their homepage. The process is instant. Pick your pack, enter your UID, and see the crystals hit your account in seconds. Stop overpaying for your pulls. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving today. Let's start with the man Varka. He is officially a 5-star Anemo Claymore user. Now I know what you're thinking, another Anemo Claymore. We have Sayu, we have others, but Varka is different. He isn't just swinging a heavy blade, he's a tactical powerhouse designed to command multiple elements at once. If you want to be ready for his arrival on day 1, you need to start farming now. Based on the latest data, his ascension relies heavily on Wolfhook, yes, that Mondstadt local specialty found in Wolvendom, and the new series of materials called drive shafts, broken, reinforced, and precision. You'll also need the prismatic severed tail, which will be dropped by the new boss Radiant Moon Gecko. For his talents, he uses the Freedom Books. It feels poetic, doesn't it? The Knight of Boreas requiring the teachings of freedom. You'll also need the Ascended sample, Rook for those high-level talent pushes. But why should you care about his levels? Because his kit is arguably the most complex we've seen in years. Varka's normal attack is called Favonius Bladework, Dancing Radiance. It's a 5-strike combo, but the real magic happens when you hold the button. He consumes stamina to perform a forward dual blade slash. Yes, dual-wielding claymores. His elemental skill, Windbound Execution, is where things get wild. Tapping it makes him leap forward with an AoE Anemo slash and enters a state called Stormward Charge. In this mode, his normal attack damage skyrockets, and while he loses the ability to plunge, he gains the ability to deal elemental damage based on the other elements in your party. This infusion cannot be overridden. If you have a Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo unit, his skill converts into 4 Winds Ascension, allowing him to deal dual elemental damage. And his burst? Northwind Avatar. It's a massive double slash dealing Anemo damage, but again, it absorbs the priority element of your team for the first strike. Varka isn't just an Anemo DPS, he is a conductor for your entire team's elemental resonance. However, there is a catch that has some players worried. Varka introduces a brand new mechanic called the Hexerei, Secret Rite. This is tied to his fourth passive, Witch's Eve Rite, Dawn's Return. To unlock his full potential, you have to complete a specific questline called Witch's Homework, the Untitled Question. Once completed, Varka becomes a Hexerei character. If you have 2 Hexerei characters in your party, you trigger a secret rite that buffs his special elemental skill, reducing its cooldown every time he lands a normal attack. If you pull him now, you're betting on the upcoming roster to support this specific niche mechanic. Furthermore, his third passive, Homebound Winds Paean, reduces his skill cooldown for every Mondstadt character in the party. This sounds great, but this effect is specifically disabled in the Spiral Abyss, Domains, and Trounce domains. This leaves a bit of a sour taste for meta chasers who wanted that cooldown reduction for the hardest content in the game. You're forced to choose between a Mondstadt-themed overworld team or a high-investment Hexerei team for the endgame. Looking at the banners, 6.4 is stacked. Phase 1 features the debut of Varka along with a rerun for Flins. Phase 2 brings back Skirk and Escoffier. This is a brutal lineup for your primo gems. Skirk remains one of the strongest cryo DPS units in the game, and Escoffier is her best dedicated support. If you missed them the first time, Phase 2 is your chance to complete that elite cryo core, but it means you'll have to choose between the new Anemo King or the established cryo meta. But there's a mystery brewing in the old world too. Leaks from the 6.4 questline suggest we are revisiting Mondstadt, specifically the Favonius Cathedral. However, in the beta shots of this revisited area, the massive statue of the Seven in front of the cathedral is missing. Is this a developer oversight? Or is this a lore-heavy moment where the timeline is being altered or the statue is being moved? Given Hoyoverse's attention to detail, a missing statue in the heart of the City of Freedom is almost certainly a plot point. To help you navigate these new areas and pull for Varka or the legendary Skirk, the 6.4 rewards sheet has been leaked, and the numbers are looking solid for F2P players. Between the main events and the anniversary-adjacent timing, we are looking at roughly 8,735 primogems and 10 intertwined fates for F2P players. If you have the Welkin Moon and Battle Pass, that number jumps up to over 13,000 primogems, totaling about 96 pulls for the entire patch. Now let's talk about the ultimate version of Varka. If you are a whale or a dedicated saver, his constellations are terrifying. His C1 gives him an additional use of his special elemental skill and grants a lyrical libation effect, which doubles the damage of his special attacks. But it's his C6 beloved Mondstadt, Steadfast You Shall Shine, that is truly broken. It turns his Stormward Charge into an infinite combo machine. For a short time after using his skill, he stops consuming uses of his Four Winds Ascension and can spam special charged attacks. Even more insane? His Azure Fang's Oath passive, which normally just buffs damage when you swirl, gets upgraded at C6 to provide 15% crit damage per stack. With 4 stacks, that's a free 60% crit damage just for doing what Anemo characters do best. When you combine this with his signature weapon, Wolf's Grimoire, which provides a massive 33.1% crit rate and further buffs ATK speed, and elemental DMG Varka becomes a whirlwind of destruction that ignores the traditional limits of the Claymore class. The Wolf's Grimoire isn't just a stat stick, it has a secondary effect that specifically interacts with the Hexerei, Secret Rite. When the party has that effect active, every stack of the weapon's buff increases the character's crit damage by up to 13.2%. This confirms that Hoyoverse is pushing the Hexerei mechanic as the next big thing in Genshin Impact. Version 6.4 is shaping up to be one of the most transformative updates since the launch of Nodcry. We are getting the long-awaited return of Varka with a kit that dual-wields elements and introduces the Hexerei system. We're revisiting a modified Mondstadt with a missing Archon statue. With over 60 pulls guaranteed for F2P players and nearly 100 for light spenders, the path to the Grandmaster is clear. You just have to decide if you're ready to master the Hexerei arts, or if you'll save your fates for the eventual return of the Archons. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to leave your UID, server, and LD shop ID to enter the giveaway. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.